Hey everyone, Dan at Bushcraft. Well, hopefully you watched my last video on mountain bikes and survival kits, because I actually made that video earlier this morning, and I had told you guys during that video that I was going to walk up this valley that I'd never explored before, and that I intended to field test this little 5x8 tarp from Bushcraft Outfitters, MEST. I still can't remember what the M was for, but Emergency Survival Tarp. And I prefer the title Personal Survival Tarp because it's a small, it's a small personal tarp to help you survive. But I hiked up that valley, and I'm actually up on the very top now. I'm in a saddle, down. I'd be going downhill on the other side, back downhill this way down to the road, and I have my mountain bike hidden down there in the trees off the road. So if by some chance somebody else came riding up here, they wouldn't, see it by the road. But I've got a ridge line up, if you guys can see right here, between two small pine trees, and the sun right now is behind the shade of these big trees here. But in a while it's going to come out and it's going to get hot, and I'm going to be up here a while. I still intend on making a little fire. I want my back to the sun. I want shade. So we're going to test this out. And as I said, I've never used this. This is going to be the first time. But measurements are 5x8. Comes with a little stuff sack. And the tarp is loaded with these tie outs. 5'8" by 8 foot, but it's got tie outs all the way around, so I can set this up in a variety of ways. And we're gonna try it out right now. We got those little tent stakes, and let's start out by just trying a basic setup to block the sun. That's what I'll end up with for the day. So nice. That's nice. That's actually pretty good size. Now, I'm going to redo this later, and I'm going to run the cordage through these tie outs. But I didn't do it this time because I also want to see what this would look like if I needed to do an emergency A-frame or something. And I'm thinking, there's two ways to do this. If I did this with the 8 foot lengthways like it is now, I've definitely got enough overhead cover. If I lowered that cordage down, I definitely have enough overhead cover to lay out underneath it. And then I was also thinking, if I didn't want to lay down, I just was going to get out of a storm and just kind of maybe wait it out, about spinning it the other way and seeing how much room is inside there with the 8 foot out this way and just the 5 foot overhead. And I'm actually going to try that right now. Remember, emergency survival tarp, not something for, made to be setting up a big bushcraft camp or anything like that. But it is so lightweight, it is so compact, and you've seen it fits perfect in that little sling bag that I did a loadout on. It just seems ideal for personal survival. And you know what? That's gonna be nice. Let's stake this down, and then I'll pull you guys around and we'll see what kind of room we got. Obviously, this way it's not enough room to lay down, but definitely pull it up next to a tree see if I can, there you go. Pull it right up next to a tree. I'd use a bigger tree and crawl inside there and have my back up against the tree and just kind of relax. So let's stake this out and try it out. See what kind of room we have. Okay. And I've got these little coglin stakes. And wrap those around. Hook it like so. I won't pull real hard on this side because I got to go around to the other side. Found me a small baton. Okay, we'll go around to the back. See what kind of room we have in here. Pretty cool. I'm going to pull that ridge line down a little bit. Okay. So I've got my ridge line just a little bit too high for this setup, but that'd be no problem to just go back and lower it a couple inches. See if I can't slide it down just a hair. No, I got that on too tight, so we'll try. We're just testing this out anyway. So let me get these other two stakes in. Tighten this side up a little more over here. And we'll do the other two corners. See what happens. Okay. Let's try get these in here. And the other back corner. Okay. All right, let's try this out. That is not bad at all. I said I need to lower this ridge line a little bit so I can make it a little wider. But that's what I was talking about. I'd use a bigger tree, have it up against the tree, and then I'm covered in here. I'm covered. I got room for my gear and everything, plenty of room. So if it was pouring down rain right now, I'd be dry as long as I got a bigger tree behind me and the wind's blowing one of these directions or even from behind. I'm blocked from the wind. And the nice thing, as I mentioned before, this tarp is fire retardant. That's part of the reason I chose it. You know, I chose it 5x8, gives me more room than the 5x7 emergency blanket or a poncho. It has all the tie outs around so I can use different configurations. And it's fire retardant and, you know, a lot stronger material than one of those emergency blankets. So the 5x8 MEST, you know, emergency survival tarp, from Bushcraft Outfitters. I like it. I like it. So I'm actually going to run that ridgeline through those loops and set it up the way I'm going to have it for the day, which is pretty much just as a sunshade. So I have a place to keep coming back to get out of the sun, because I know the days we've been having some hot days, and it's going to be hot up here on this ridge top. So flip it around and I'll set it up and we'll see how that looks. Okay, I took my ridge line down, ran it through all the loops on the outer edge of the tarp there, and I've got me a couple prusik loops that I made out of the bank line, a couple little twigs. I'm gonna go ahead and cinch that up on there. Run that through my loop. And pull this side out. Should be about right. And then go around the other side. Maybe you guys can see me better if I'm on this side. Do the one up on this side. I like doing the prusik loops with bank line because it binds up on that parachute cord really, really tight. So I'll run that through here. And little stick through the loop. Try that one more time. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'll pull this side out tight now. There we go. That's nice and tight. And pull the back out and stake it down while I'm back here. That's going to give me a nice area. Wow. Wow. That is nice. Man, I could easily spend the night in here. No problem. Wow. All right. I like that, guys. That is nice. In my opinion, for a personal survival tarp, and I'm using that terminology for a reason, because a bushcraft tarp, if I'm out here doing bushcraft, okay, I have a different mentality. My mentality is to enjoy nature, to enjoy my surroundings, to practice traditional skills, to just hang out for the day, maybe the night and the next day. Everything's different state of mind than personal survival. Okay, I need to get out of here. I just need to get out of here, and I need to get home. There's a storm. I'm going to have to wait it out. There's weather bad. I'm wet. I'm cold, whatever. I need a fire. I need shelter. It's just a different mentality. And that's the reason I'm specifically using the terminology personal survival tarp, and as they use emergency survival tarp at Bushcraft Outfitters. Because if I'm setting up a bushcraft camp where I'm just going to be hanging out for the day, maybe I'm teaching somebody, whatever, I'm going to use a bigger tarp, and I'm going to set, a little bit bigger shelter with more room to move around and whatnot. But for a personal survival tarp, especially inside this little sling bag that you guys saw me do a loadout on earlier, and that just, with all the gear I had in here, and the weight is nothing, this little tarp folds up so compact, goes in here, and 5x8, in my opinion, is the absolute perfect size for a personal survival tarp. I can make an A-frame like I just did to get out of. I can do off of a ridgeline like I am right now. It's going to be warm out here all day, and I'm protected from the sun, and I can put a little fire right out in front of this because it's fire retardant. I can do a plow point if I need to on this. It's not square, but it will give you plenty of cover, and there's other designs that you can use, and this is just the perfect tarp for personal survival. Again, the added bonus being the thing that makes it a step above an emergency blanket, or a step above even a military poncho, which I've used. The additional size, the heavy duty material with tie outs all the way around. There's tie outs on the sides, across the top, but fire retardant. I can build a small fire here and not have to worry about the embers so much, and that's nice. So I really like it. I mean, I give this 2 thumbs up. MEST tarp from Bushcraft Outfitters, made in the USA, which for tarps is kind of rare this day, but I like it. 2 thumbs up. Giving it my highest recommendation. MEST multicam 5-foot by 8-foot survival tarp from Bushcraft Outfitters. Guys, take care. I'm going to enjoy this day. This is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to stay out here, and I'm going to get a fire going. I'm going to do some more exploring, work on my compass skills a little bit maybe, and then hike back down to my bike this afternoon, ride home, and it's going to be a great day. Take care, guys.